has always shown a lot of love towards the students. And my most memorable moment is that first year that we started out here at the International High School. I remember right after Thanksgiving, she came to the office and said, "I made 50 pies." Wow! I get my pies from Marie Callender's. But she added to that she shared those pies with students from the International High School. I mean, what an act of love, sharing the pies that she made with the students of the International High School. Because, as we all know, these students came from all over the city. They didn't know anyone. Lots of them were staying with estranged family members, you know, or older brothers, and didn't know what a nice home-cooked meal was. But Terry extended that love all the time, not only to the staff, but also to the students. The students are going to miss you, Terry, and we all love you.
I'm going to go short. One of the best things about working in International, and you've been here the whole time, is that everybody always talks about how close our staff is and how it's so much like a family here. And you're the grandmother. And so, right. And so, you know, we're going to miss you, and you're a big part of the reason why people say that about International.
He said, and also, we don't go back a whole long time. I don't have a whole lot of memories, but I just really appreciate your smile you brighten the day. No matter how stressful it is, you always have a smile. And you've inspired me to get back into knitting and crocheting. So.
Miss Terry, what I want to say is thank you for all of the support, because I know you're like my partner in crime. Whenever there's a kid and I'm like, I need to talk with Mom, I need to talk with Mom, I know I can just pick up the phone and Miss Villegas and schedule that within 10 minutes of me making the call. And I know Mom's coming 2 days, we can get conference done. And so thank you so much for helping me do that, because that's the first line at our school is let's see what's going on, let's get the parents involved, let's talk about it, and let's get those kids back on track. And you were just pivotal to doing that. So thank you so much, because I really appreciated that. And the other thing, just to piggyback on Kyle's comment about how you're the grandmother, you literally are our grandmother. I mean, I only knew one grandmother, but you're like my other grandmother. You know, and I'm not kidding. Every night I put my daughter to bed, and she sleeps in a blanket that Miss Villegas made. I mean, she's really part of our family. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see all of you. I haven't seen some of you in a long time. But I do have something very special to say about Terry. I've never looked at her as a colleague. You know, I always looked at her as a lifelong friend, because she was the one, or one of them, actually there's 2 other people in this room, that truly helped me, you know, adjust to moving to Austin. You know, I didn't want to, you know, it was an opportunity, I took it, and I said, you know what, it's not the same, you know? But she made me feel so at home every day. And she always smiled, and she always gave me advice, and I would always go to her. So this day, I'll pick the phone sometimes when I want to get a hold of Letty or something, but I always go through Abuelita, because I say, Miss, I just want to hear your voice, or how are you doing, or, you know, because she reassures me about just being kind to others, and she's always there for you, and she opens her house to you. I know she's opened her house to me. Her family is wonderful. I've had the pleasure of meeting her husband. Such a wonderful couple to hang out with. And, you know, I wouldn't have survived, this is my 3rd year, like it was 10 years. To me, it's a long time, you know, and I think, you know, her healing words, it's like she always knew what to say when I really needed to hear it. And she has a huge gift, and that's because she has a huge heart. And she will be my lifelong friend. I already talked to her many times, and I told her I would not miss your party for the world. And I love you very much, Miss Terry, because you and your husband mean a lot to me.
Well, I don't know if you all know this, but well, if you're an IHS staff member, you do know this. We have a teacher, a former teacher, Joe Bennett, who went off to work on her dissertation, gets her PhD from UT. Well, Dr. Bennett now converted her dissertation and she published it as a book. And it's almost published already. It's already at the publishers. And so there's many of the former IHS teachers are mentioned in this book, but there's an entire chapter devoted just to Abuelita in her book. And the book is it's an educational book, and about the systems that should be taking place in a campus that address the social emotional needs of kids, and she was a huge part of that. So, and I agree with Christina, is that we don't look at her as, Miss Terry works in the front office. We look at her as an equal, as our colleague. We often speak of unconditional love, and there's very few times in your life that you have the opportunity to have that. And Terry has shown that to all of us. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly, she has been there. And she'll be the first one to get after us. She'll scold us. But she'll be the first one to love on us. And very few times, especially in a work environment, I'm blessed to be working at International, but with somebody who has given me so much unconditional love. And Terry, I'm not going to cry. but you will be missed. But most importantly, when we talk about good people in education, the kids, I just feel bad for all those hundreds of kids that will walk through our doors that will no longer be able to have their abuelita in their lives. But I can't say enough. And I have some funny stories. I have lots of funny stories. But I'll save that for another time because we will see her soon. And when next time we see her, we will embrace her and we will laugh and we will share those stories. But it's important for me to walk away letting you all know that through all the laughs, she has touched people in a way, educators and kids throughout Austin. And so we want to present you just with a small token of our appreciation and our love for you. So, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. No.
Hello, everybody. I'm Terry's husband. I'm emotional. I'm a guy, but I'm one of them guys that get emotional. And I almost felt like shedding a tear too when I was watching those pictures and the kind of words that everybody was saying. I wanna thank you all for being so kind to my princess here. And I thank you for letting her go also. It's been a rough 9 months, I went back home, retired, and I went back home. I enjoyed it, but it's not the same without it. And I'm just so happy, but I wanna just congratulate you all. I admire you all in whatever you all do in education. I admire you, and I appreciate what you all do for the kids. It takes somebody special to do what you all do, and you all are there. But I want to thank you for this party that you gave her. It's so nice. I mean, I don't have the words to express what I know she feels. If I feel good, I can imagine. But I'll tell you, you guys are so special to her and also to me, even if I don't know you all personally. I know I said hello to a lot of you, but I know you all because when she gets home, you all are talking about But I mean, believe me, you all are so special to her. And not only to me, but also when we go back home, we visit just what by the time it's just talking of you all. Good thing. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. But like I said, I want to thank you and just for being so good to her. And I know, not because she's my wife, but I know she is a special person. And she does touch a lot of people. She's got that, She everywhere. Sometimes I gotta tell her, just please You better just keep on going for her. But everywhere she goes, she's the life of the family. Everywhere we go. And again, I want to thank you all. Thank you very much for being so kind, offering this party, everything that you did with her. And I know she's gonna miss you all. And like I said, I don't work here, and I'm not with you all every day, but it's kind of heartbreaking also just to say like adios. Goodbye. It's not adios, but see you later. Just put it that way. What I want to say goodbye. I know she don't need her, it's just later. Thank you all.
Come on, Mr. So on behalf of the International High School, this is a small be careful with it, okay?
Oh no. You got it.
It's a globe. The stand says Teresa Villegas, thank you for your service, IHS.
Oh man.
And then it's a cannonball that goes on top.
Oh my God.
That's pretty.
Don't drop it.
Break your toe.
Pretty.
You never lost a word.
I am. Yes, I keep talking. I get to see here.
Well, we're going to be here. Thank you all so much for coming. And in a little bit, if y'all stick around, I'll tell you